Uncovered some new details into the ongoing investigation in a Madison County shooting and house fire that left one man dead and a woman injured. The Madison County Coroner has now identified the man as 59-year-old Jerry Thigpen from Tennessee. The woman, Nancy Irwin, was also discovered in a vehicle on the same property with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Court documents reveal the pair have been involved in a series of ongoing legal battles since May of 2022. WKYT's Grayson Passmore tells us what recently obtained reports reveal about the pair.
On June 29th, Madison County Sheriff's deputies were called to 309 Jeremiah Drive for reports of shots fired. Jerry Thigpen was found dead inside, Irwin with a gunshot wound outside the home 12 days later, and the home is still taped off. It was a scene Madison County Coroner Jimmy Cornelison said was unlike any he can remember.
Started hollering for the subject to come out, in which he responded and said he couldn't. For what reason, I don't know.
Records show that Nancy Irwin first saw an emergency protective order against Jerry Thigpen on May 17, 2022. It was later dismissed by a judge on June 15, 2022. This would only be the beginning of a long and seemingly tumultuous series of court battles between the two.
We've learned from court documents that Thigpen was renting a garage unit at a property owned by Irwin. Reports show Irwin gave Thigpen an eviction notice on February 10, 2024. He was given until March 11th to vacate. When he didn't leave, Irwin filed a forcible detainer complaint on March 12th, asking he be forcibly removed. But Irwin filed yet another forcible detainer complaint on May 7th, this time telling the courts Thigpen is creating an unsanitary and hostile environment and was living there with no lease. Then on the 15th, the complaint is dismissed.
Our main point at that time was to get her the medical attention that she needed.
Now we work to learn more about why this final complaint was dismissed and what exactly happened between Irwin and Thigpen on June 29th. In Madison County, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
And the Madison County Coroner explains the delay in identifying Thigpen due to severe burns on his body, and his cause of death awaits further results from an autopsy in Frankfort.